Hey everyone, and welcome to the Light of Joy. Today's episode is not for the faint hearted, it's for the builder, the dreamer, the one who keeps showing up even when no one else does. Let's talk about what it really feels like to chase your version of success when no one believes in you. When people say, just get a normal job, who do you think you are? Don't be dramatic, it's not that hard. While you're drowning in effort they'll never see. Here's the truth: the path to a life that's truly yours is often walked in silence. No applause, no cheers, no guidance, no safety net. And that really hurts. Not because you're weak, but because you're human. In fact, loneliness is not a sign of failure, it's often a sign of growth. You see, when you outgrow your environment does not celebrate you. It cannot tolerate you. It cannot tolerate your height, your weight, and therefore it resents you. You stop fitting in. You stop laughing at the same things. You stop needing the same kind of validation. And that creates distance. Sometimes it's subtle, other times it's cold. The group chat dies. They stop calling, texting. The besties disappear into the horizon. They stop asking how your project's going. They pretend they never saw your post, and you're left wondering, am I the problem? No, you are just growing beyond their comfort zone, and they can't handle it. You see, people who are not really in your league, in your new league, cannot really come up. We're not talking about whether they can come up or whether they don't want to. It's their problem. But the only thing they might do, and they surely do, if you're serious about what you're going to do, is that they want to bring you down. And we've all been there. People won't always see your fire until it becomes a wildfire. Many will watch you quietly. They won't support you, but they'll notice. And they'll minimize it. Because if they clap for you, they'd have to admit they settled for less. You becoming more threatens their decision to stay the same, so they'll distract you, discourage you, sometimes even humiliate you, just to stop you from becoming the version of you that proves them wrong. But listen, it's not your job to convince anyone. It's your job to keep building. It's your job to keep moving forward without listening to what they are saying, why they are saying what they are saying, or how they are saying, with what intention they are saying it. It's none of your business. What you really need to understand is that you don't need them, they need you. You might be wondering, they're the only people who know me. Well, there are more than 8 billion people on the planet right now. Why do you need 30 toxic people around you? You don't need them. Even if somebody needs somebody here, they need you, not the other way around, trust me. Obviously, there's a psychological explanation for why this lack of support from the people who know you can hurt so much. You're biologically wired to seek belonging. In fact, all humans are biologically wired that way. Because human beings are social creatures, and as social creatures, we always strive to fit into a community. But in most cases, that doesn't end well. But chasing approval from people who are basically not ready to see you evolve is a trap. We are all aware that social rejection from the people who know you mimics physical pain in the brain. That's why it feels like heartbreak. That's why their silence burns deeper than their words. But here's what's healing: start giving yourself the validation they refuse to. Start celebrating your own steps. Talk to people ahead of you, not beside you, not behind you. You need to belong to where you are going, not to where you've been. Otherwise, what's the point of starting in the first place? You need to train yourself to always keep going without looking back. Here's what I know: Every successful person you admire once walked through the silence. The ones who changed their lives all have this in common. They learned to walk through noise, loneliness, mockery, and isolation, and still chose their version over their comfort. So here's how you can keep going. Set micro goals, not to impress, but to progress. Detach from applause and all these clappings. Your growth does not need their approval. It can happen with or without it. If it's there, good. If it's not there, still good. You haven't lost anything. Create a psychological why bank. Write down every reason you started. Revisit them when you feel down, when you feel neglected, when you feel invisible. Build emotional immunity. Expect pushback. Expect silence. Expect neglect. Don't make it mean anything about your worth, because it has nothing to do with you. Choose one ally, if possible. Not everyone needs to understand. Just one person who does can really make a difference. Doing this and going through all of that can make you feel like you're the only one in this situation, but you're not alone in the silence. Someone right now is listening to this, feeling like giving up, feeling like no one cares, like your effort is invisible or wasted. Well, let me say this: your growth is visible to the people who matter. The right ones are watching silently too, not out of envy, but out of awe. They're just waiting for their own courage to rise. And one day, someone will say, "You gave me permission to not quit, and it will all be worth it." Until then, keep walking, keep building, and keep becoming. And the light of joy? It's not at the finish line. It's already in you each time you choose not to stop, and each time you prioritize yourself over other people. If this episode touched a nerve, share it with someone who's walking alone right now. Let's remind them that they are not crazy, they are just courageous. This is the light of joy. I'll see you in the next episode. Stay safe.